Hi everyone, it is Friday afternoon. I just got off work and I am on my way to Baja Dam. Now it's about an hour's drive from my place of work, and I'm very excited because I've done some modifications to my car and I'm gonna do an experiment now. I hope to get there just after dark. Join me on this experiment. At this point, most of you think that I'm going to set up camp now. You see, that is where you are wrong. I have got nothing to unfold, nothing to extract. I can just go straight to bed. Tell you what, I'll explain all of this tomorrow morning. Now somebody has just lit their fire, and that smell of real bushveld wood burning is absolutely amazing. Now the sun, there's this cloud cover, but you can see I'm turning into a lobster. I think I put my cap on too late, and this weather is very dangerous, especially for sunburn, because there's a light breeze blowing, keeping you cool, and the UV rays comes through these clouds like there's no tomorrow. But yeah, so I'm gonna first I'm gonna quickly eat breakfast so that I can get that out of the way, so that I can braai, because I've got some nice pieces of meat. Now for those of you that have not seen my braai video, it's also filmed at Baja Dam, and I would put a link in the description so that you can watch that. Let me go and check those eggs out. Now that is breakfast. I'm busy testing a new concept, or something that I've been thinking about for a long time. Now I've removed the middle row seats, because this is a 7-seater. It's got the front seats, middle seats and back seats. Now I've removed obviously the back seats and the seats in the middle row. Now my idea is, and I would like you to comment on this, I want to be able to pull up my roots and move to another site quickly. But now that brings about a whole lot of other problems, in the sense that I've got to reduce my payload that I carry around. Now this mattress is a 3/4 bed mattress, and it fits exactly. It's like this car is designed to fit this mattress. So that part works 100%. This is 1.9 meters long, and I'm fortunately just short on 1.8 meters, so I can sleep comfortably on this mattress. But I have to now reduce my, or rearrange my camping equipment because where I used to use this for packing space, it's now a bed. Now it's all good and well when you're driving, you can pack everything on the bed. When you get to the campsite, what do you do now? You want to sleep here. It's a bit rainy outside, so I can't put the stuff anywhere, and that is now my catch. I actually got here last night at about 8 o'clock, but it was a little bit hectic. I didn't have time to film, so I just parked, and that was when I realized what my problem was, is I can put a lot of stuff on the roof, but if it rains I've got a problem. So I've got a couple of options. Get waterproof containers, but wind resistance is a problem on the roof. Now everybody's going to tell me, why don't you do the caravan thing? Look, there's two other options. Caravan. My problem with the caravan is that they all have either a tent or some unfolding, unwrapping, unraveling type of thing, and over and above the fact that they are horrifically expensive, is that you can't just close and go, and that's what I've been looking for. So right, I've got now the gazebo up, so it's something that I've got to fold down, but I want to close this back door and go. I don't want to spend an hour or 2 hours packing up, and you go to the next campsite and you do exactly the same thing over and over and over, and that's what I want to try and avoid. Now this is one of the experiments I'm doing in order to get to the point where I can stop, sleep and go without major problems. I don't want to spend more than 15 minutes in packing up and unpacking, so I want to stop, braai, sleep, go, and that's the idea. Now with a caravan and a tent, you can't do that. It takes a lot of time, and the other thing is, now we've got a nice rain throughout the night. Tomorrow morning we need to go, and you're going to fold up a very wet tent, whether it's a rooftop caravan or a ground tent. It's going to be wet, and you're going to drive with that tent for 300 kilometers in the scorching heat, and you're going to get to your next campsite, and that's where things get a bit hairy, is the fact that your caravan or your tent or your rooftop or whatever is wet and everything with it. And you look, in a lot of cases you don't have an option. You've got to fold it in and you got to go, because everybody else that you're camping with is about to go. So you see, that's the thing that I want to try and avoid. Like I say, this is an experiment, so we'll see what happens further down the line. So I'm gonna sleep tonight, obviously, here again, and then by the end of the day, I think by Sunday, which is tomorrow, I will have a reasonable understanding of what I need, what I must put together. The other option that I thought of is to keep the bed in the car, put all my paraphernalia in a trailer, which then I can only take out what I need, like chairs or gazebo or whatever, and the bed stays the bed. So that's my other option. But give me your opinion in the comments below, because it helps. I need as much data as I can possibly gather. Anyway, the wind is picking up. I have successfully disassembled the most important part of my, well, let's call it camp, and put into plastic bags whatever I think was necessary, like my charcoal and wood I've put into a plastic bag next to the fireplace. packed everything else away, so I think we are ready for some action. Now I've taken I was the first one to take my gazebo down, because when the wind is blowing, it becomes a whole lot more difficult to take it down, and the moment you loosen your tie downs, the thing wants to fly. So yeah, and I've been told by a friend of mine that by this dam, when you hear the weather, start backing up, otherwise you don't make it. Now I can feel some droplets landing on me, so I'm going to put this camera away now, and I'm going to switch over to the mobile phone. So the rain looks a lot better now. Still falling, but not nearly as much as I expected. But I'm still dry, and I switched the car on to use the air conditioner because it gets a bit stuffy in the car. So once again it's raining. Now this is our second storm, or not, let's not call it a storm, let's just call it rain, because that's basically, it's just a light drizzle, but just enough to make you wet if you're outside. So once again I have started the car using the aircon to keep the car nice and cool inside, and waiting for the rain to get finished. But yes, I'm still dry, and I still think I'm better off than what I would have been in a tent. Right, the rain's gone, and the wind is still here, but now my car, all the dust is off. That's a good thing. And that stuff there is still dry, and that over there is still dry, and most of the weather has gone over the dam and is now giving people rain over there. Still a little bit of a drizzle, but not too bad. Now I might not be in a perfect position, but I'm most certainly in a better position than what that guy is. So that is one of the scenarios that I want to try and avoid, and it takes time to set it up and bring it down, so not for me. But on the other hand, over there things looks a lot better, but they've got their own tribe over there. Yeah, that also takes time to put up and take down. I guess it depends on for how long you are here for. If you're 1 night, 2 night, I think my car exercise is not a bad idea. It looks like the rain is going that away, so I'm gonna quickly make fire. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump in there and pause it for a moment. Those were, like they say, famous last words. Quickly make fire. I'm about to have a very hard time, as you will shortly see. Enjoy the laugh. Oh, I need to put that over there. My favorite. Okay. This, not good. Once again, you can smell that bush veld smell. Now this is a smell that you cannot explain to someone. You've got to, there's nothing like real wood. Real wood is the best. Now I'm going to buy some meat. So I went down to the water to go and look at the reflection of the house's lights on the water, and I noticed something else. There's little eyes looking at me in the grass, and I can recall that one of our guides once said that he can actually see a spider in the grass, and obviously I went to inspect, and yes, I could see the spider. There, I see it. So this is what it looks like, the little eye of the spider. And then when you get closer, you can actually see the spider. Hopefully a person can see him nicely there. Yeah, so there's thousands of them in the grass here, hidden away like that. So for you guys that just throws a sleeping bag out on the grass and sleep under the open skies, think again. I don't know whether I want to sleep with these creepy crawlies, and there's literally thousands of them in this grass. It's unbelievable. Morning everyone. I've just woken up. It is now just after 6 o'clock, and as you can see, everything is still pretty quiet. We've got a beautiful blue sky, sun starting to stick out his head over the trees there, which is nice. I had a nice night. I think last night went better than the previous night. I don't know, but sometimes it takes me a day or two to get used to a unfamiliar bed. It's almost like I've got to burn the bed in. But yeah, last night went a lot better. So as far as the comfort go, I think it's good, but I'll have to make a plan with all the other stuff. You know, I've got to run leaner. That's what it comes down to, because my objective is to stop, sleep and move straight away without spending a lot of time getting everything together. Now what I'm going to do is, I've got ammo boxes like this one. So this works so well because you can handle them. That's the most important thing. Is if it's too big, it becomes heavy and it's difficult to put on the roof. My experiment is, for all practical reasons, over, and I'll just be around in the resort. And then I spotted some geese next to the dam, and I figured, well, I better go and introduce myself. Now they looked at me for a couple of minutes and decided, nah, this guy doesn't look trustworthy, and they decided to proceed into the dam. Now, after receiving the cold shoulder from the geese, I decided that I better put my money where my mouth is, pull my roots, and go to another resort, the Bronkhorstspruit Nature Reserve. Now this is the Bronkhorstspruit Nature Reserve. It's truly a beautiful place. Now when I got there, we went to ablution blocks, and most of them are not in a very good condition. They've been vandalized, and I recorded a huge rant about the condition of the place. And hindsight, I think it would be unfair of me to say what I've said. So what I would suggest to my viewer is, before you pick a campsite here, go and look at the ablution block that is available. There's plenty of them, but there's about 2 or 3 that's usable. The rest have no water, taps have been stolen off, showers don't work, toilets are vandalized. So yes, you can camp here, but make sure that you get one of the ablutions that's actually functioning. Otherwise, it's a beautiful place. That then brings us to the end of this adventure. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. It makes a huge difference in the numbers and the access that I get to places if I have more subscribers. It makes things like this possible. Until next time, goodbye.